Garden Witch Life is a cozy RPG where players take on the role of a witch who, after losing her job, moves to Moonflower Island. On this mystical island, players can build and care for a magical garden, create potions, and interact with the local community. The game features a mix of gardening, crafting, and exploration, with a strong emphasis on building relationships with the island's inhabitants. Earth Defense Force World Brothers 2 is the latest installment in the voxel-based spin-off of the popular Earth Defense Force series. In this game, players once again face an onslaught of giant voxel enemies, ranging from ants and spiders to UFOs and robots, on a fragmented, square Earth. The game offers a mix of nostalgic elements from previous EDF titles with new content, featuring over 100 missions and more than 600 equipable weapons. Lollipop Chainsaw RePOP is a remastered version of the cult classic hack-and-slash game originally released in 2012. The game follows Juliet Starling, a cheerleader who fights hordes of zombies with her trusty pink chainsaw while carrying around the talking, decapitated head of her boyfriend, Nick. The remaster promises to retain the charm of the original while enhancing gameplay to meet modern standards. Changes include improved combat mechanics, automatic quick-time events, and various graphical updates. Funko Fusion is an action-adventure game that brings together beloved characters from various pop culture franchises in a unique and playful world. Developed by Tentio10 Games and published by Funko Games, this game leverages the charm of Funko Pop figures to create a fun, accessible experience for players of all ages. The game is set in a universe where characters from franchises like Jurassic World, Back to the Future, The Umbrella Academy, and more coexist and team up to face various challenges.
Have it.
Reynatis is an atmospheric urban fantasy RPG set in a meticulously recreated Shibuya, Tokyo. The game revolves around the conflict between magic and order, featuring two main characters, Marin, a rogue wizard seeking freedom, and Sari, an officer of the MEA, who aims to maintain order by controlling magic users. The gameplay allows players to switch between suppressed and liberated modes, offering a mix of stealth and explosive magic combat.
魔法使いの生きづらさは同じだから。私たちは魔法機動隊に所属する。いわば政府公認の魔法使い。
ルブルム中毒者が違法魔法行為。
逮捕。危険魔法使いは成敗してくれるわ。
夜の渋谷のカオス。それが人を引きつけてやまない。
漂う魔法物質。ドミヌスの森の入り口だ。
The Plucky Squire is an innovative action-adventure game that combines 2D and 3D gameplay in a storybook world. The game follows Jot, a brave squire who discovers a world beyond the pages of his book. Players will guide Jot and his friends as they leap between flat 2D illustrations and a 3D environment, solving puzzles, fighting enemies, and engaging in various mini-challenges along the way.
Proved to be no exception. Foes will be felled as the fair folk of the land cheer Jot on. Except the folk of the land all have one question on their minds. When will this grand new adventure actually, begin? The land was abuzz, the anticipation electric. Jot could not let the people down, and luckily, it seems that he has found an answer to their question. Yes, Jot, that seems to be working. You always have
Yars Rising is a modern 2D Metroidvania game developed by WayForward, known for titles like Shantai and River City Girls. The game is a revival of the classic Yars Revenge from the Atari 2600, reimagined with a blend of stealth, combat, and hacking gameplay. Players control Emi Kimura, a young hacker hired to infiltrate the shadowy Kotesh Corporation. As Emi navigates through the interconnected levels, she uncovers secrets about the corporation and her connection to a distant alien race.
Hey there! Emi Kimura here, aka Yar, if you want to use my handle, which you totally should. Join me on a high-stakes sci-fi action-adventure in Yars Rising, the newest game from WayForward and Atari. What started as your typical hacker-for-hire gig spirals into a weird intergalactic conspiracy involving mega-conglomerate Kotek. Help me run, jump, hack, and blast my way.
Disney Epic Mickey Rebrushed is a remastered version of the beloved 2010 Wii game Epic Mickey. This version brings back Mickey Mouse's adventure through the wasteland, a world filled with forgotten Disney characters. Players use a magical paintbrush to manipulate the environment, choosing either to restore it with paint or dissolve it with thinner, which directly impacts the storyline and outcomes in the game. Selfloss is an emotional adventure game set in a Slavic and Icelandic folklore-inspired world where players take on the role of Casimir, an old healer. The game follows Casimir's journey across land and sea as he attempts to perform the Selfloss ritual, a process intended to heal his own wounded soul. Throughout the game, players use a magical staff to solve puzzles, engage in dynamic combat, and explore a beautifully crafted world filled with whale gods and mythical creatures. Demonschool is a tactical RPG with strong influences from classic JRPGs like Shin Megami Tensei and Persona, as well as Italian horror cinema from the 1960s and 1970s. The game centers around Faye, a college freshman who is the last heir of a demon-hunting family. Upon arriving at a mysterious island university, she discovers that her coursework includes supernatural investigations, demon battles, and closing the breach between worlds.